This profile covers Richard Feynman, Nobel-winning physicist, Manhattan Project veteran, Caltech legend, and the thinker Elon Musk, once openly credited as an inspiration, then almost never mentioned again. We'll explore first principles reasoning, the rule that mattered most to Feynman, don't fool yourself, his Los Alamos years, the hidden intellectual debt behind SpaceX and Tesla, the idiot index, and why he thought most schools teach names instead of nature. Inspired by Feynman archive lectures and documentary storytelling. Education only, not investment advice. Feynman's formative years were at Los Alamos, the Manhattan Project, where at 24 he became one of the youngest group leaders. He cracked safes for fun, fixed broken calculators, and challenged bureaucracy whenever the numbers didn't match reality. That same habit served him decades later on the NASA Challenger investigation. In 1986 he demonstrated O-ring failure with ice water in front of the board. The lesson he carried, in high-stakes engineering, reality must take precedence over public relations. He saw that at Los Alamos and again at NASA. First principles thinking, Feynman style, don't copy analogy blindly. Ask what nature actually allows. Feynman broke quantum electrodynamics into Feynman diagrams, turning brutal math into visual reasoning. His famous line, "What I cannot create, I do not understand," means until you can derive it yourself, you don't really know it. Elon Musk applied the same pattern to batteries and rockets. Instead of accepting industry cost as fixed, he reasoned up from raw materials and physics. That mental model became a hidden engine behind modern engineering bets. Feynman's most famous rule, don't fool yourself, because you are the easiest person to fool. In his 1974 Caltech speech on cargo cult science, he showed how experiments get designed to display success. It looks like science, but it isn't. On the Challenger investigation, he watched institutions fool themselves when evidence became uncomfortable. Investors and founders face the same trap, narrative over numbers, confirmation bias, and this time is different stories. Feynman's antidote was ruthless contact with reality. The core story from Feynman archive documentaries, Elon Musk named Richard Feynman as an inspiration in an early interview, then that credit seemed to vanish as fame grew. Whether coincidence or strategy, the method looks the same. SpaceX rejected the industry analogy that rockets must be disposable. Tesla broke battery cost down through chemistry and materials. The Model 3 production crisis exposed wishful timelines against physics. The intellectual debt is clear. Feynman taught honesty and first principles. Musk stress-tested them at billion-dollar scale. Sometimes spectacular wins, sometimes spectacular failures. The documentary highlights the idiot index, finished product cost divided by raw materials cost. If the ratio is huge, the problem is design or process, not the market. Musk popularized that frame in gigafactory tours, delete parts, delete steps, then accelerate. Feynman never used the phrase idiot index, but his don't fool yourself rule catches the same failure mode when teams treat waste as industry standard. SpaceX's stainless steel Starship bet and Tesla's vertical integration are both examples of first principles cost physics in action. The Source documentary's final twist is about education. On a trip to Brazil, Feynman found students who knew a bird's name in 3 languages but not what the bird actually does. Knowing the name of something versus knowing something was his lifelong critique. The Feynman technique is simple: teach the concept in plain language, find the gaps, repeat. The Feynman lectures on physics remain a global standard. For investors, the lesson is parallel: knowing financial buzzwords is not the same as understanding investing. Moat, EBITDA, gamma, names without models is cargo cult finance. Practical lessons, reason from evidence, not prestige. Ask what physics and math allow before accepting consensus. Speed without honesty scales disasters. Challenger in 1986 and Model 3 production hell in 2018 are the same lesson in different decades. First principles is powerful, but wrong inputs produce spectacular failure too. Investors, stress test your thesis with the Feynman technique. Can you explain it simply without jargon? Entrepreneurs, delete requirements, simplify, then accelerate. And Feynman reminds us, serious science and playful curiosity can coexist. That's the arc: Los Alamos, first principles, don't fool yourself, the Musk Connection, the idiot index, Feynman's education critique, and lessons for builders and investors. Comment who we should profile next: Buffett, Munger, or Jobs. Subscribe for more finance legends on TwoMinFinance. Education only, not investment advice.